Welcome to Fear Nightfall, where today I'm spending 24 hours in this mod pack, which is by far the scariest mod pack I've ever played in my entire life. It also gets harder and scarier every day that passes. The way Fear Nightfall works is you get 40 minutes of day, which is relatively safe, followed by a 20-minute blood moon you can't sleep through, which is horrifying. So starting out, I did the normal Minecraft start stuff, like breaking a tree for wood, and introducing myself to the local wildlife. Oh, what the? Why do you fight back? What the hell was that? I just got beat up by pigs. I don't know. All I know is I have I think 40 minutes to find a place to live. So let's set out and find a place to build a home or find a house to take over because I don't want to be out in the open when night falls. So luckily for me, I was able to find a sign that said there was something 400 blocks away. So I set out in that direction, grabbing any food along the way, also making sure to stop and harvest some wood and stone for tools and base building supplies. Then after collecting the stone, I noticed that, there's a building right there. Now what is this is the question. It's like a house and a farm. I can work with this. I got a whole farm here. I could work with this. Yeah, I could definitely work with this. So far this is just creepy looking Minecraft. I don't want to jinx that though. So far it's pretty chill though, honestly. I don't even know how I'm gonna make this into a video. I think I'm gonna build a little safety railing around my base and my windows. So I boarded up the windows, so to speak, then put a stone slab railing around my farm and front door so mobs can't just walk into my house. Okay, I hope that's good. I don't want to say I think or that is or anything because I don't want to jinx anything. And then things won't look good. I can guarantee that. This is not going to be a beautifully built area. I just want to make sure I'm safe. Let's look at the quest book a bit, I guess. Okay, what can I do in terms of quest? I think this is the main thing I'm supposed to look at though. The thing is to look at is defenses, which is apparently key, and I have 0 of that, and it's about to be nighttime. Reinforce your base. Yeah, I need iron. Don't really have that. Oh, okay, let me break this door down, and I can get some bamboo right now and make some bamboo spikes for my front door. Let's make some bamboo spikes really quick. I probably should have planted some of that bamboo now that I think about it. Okay, I don't know what to... Blood moon appears? What was that? I don't know what that was, but I heard creepy sounds, and I don't know what's safe. I don't know what to expect at all. So far, it's just normal mobs, which isn't bad. I thought Fear Nightfall had especially scary mobs. Maybe your sandy has to lower for those? I don't know. I needed to get resources, so I think tomorrow morning let's make a mine and start a little mine shaft down. And maybe we need to mine for iron right now, not even diamonds or anything. I also need to get leather if I can. So far it's normal mobs, but I think maybe with their loot I can get stuff with rotten flesh and get leather. So it makes me want to farm up their loot a little bit. What are those? I don't know. What I do know is I need this loot. What is that? What is that? What the fuck did I just see? I don't know. I'm just trying to get the rotten flesh and stuff because I think I can make leather out of that with a drying rack, which is useful. So far, it's not horrible. I think when your sanity lowers, though, I would guess, is when the scary stuff shows up. So far, though, it's actually just normal Minecraft. Front yard safe. How about backyard? Okay, that's good. I've survived my first night. I actually did it. So far, I was expecting me to freak out and be able to make this into a really good video. So far, I don't know, man. I guess let's make some actual progress. Now, I want drying racks in order to make some leather, and I want to make a mine now that it's daytime. The reason I wanted leather and a mine for iron is I needed armor, because even if the night wasn't that bad, trust me, the future nights are gonna get much worse. So I made a drying rack and started turning the rotten flesh I got into leather. Then started making the extension to my house that I would turn into my strip mine and storage area. Before I started moving my stuff over though, I made something called the Book of Shadows using the leather I made earlier in hopes of learning magic that could help me stay alive. But I can't use it without an altar. I have to make it out of mahogany wood. Luckily, making the Book of Shadows was a quest that gave me mahogany saplings as a reward. So after planting the saplings, I used my other quest reward to make a shield and iron sword. Then finally got back to work on making the mine. So after marking where I wanted the mine shaft at, I made chests and placed them in the mine room. Then I moved all my stuff into the mine room and started mining down to y = 16 to start strip mining for iron. On the way, finding half the iron I needed, but running out of time to mine for iron. So I put away what I got from mining and was getting ready for the second night when I saw something unusual in one of my chests. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh no. You guys don't know why I'm freaking out, but I watched so many Herobrine videos when I was a little kid. And a redstone torch is his call sign, dude. And it said, I see you. Oh no. Please no. Dude, I'm genuinely tweaking right now. That was in my chest, too. It wasn't like, oh, I see something in the distance. It was in my chest that I just put down 20 minutes ago. Dude, this actually has me tweaking, because I was like talking so much shit, and I'll be real with you, I was talking shit. I was like, you know, it's not that bad, it's not even scary. And then boom, random cave screeching and literal Herobrine. Why is there a piece of my face missing? I didn't leave a hole, did I? Okay, I know for a fact I didn't leave a hole. Dude, I'm freaking out. Something is tunneling through my base, dude. There's some sort of weird dog creature. Maybe it's that thing. Nope. Oh, it's still breaking through my base. No. 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 Something it flew up. No. Dude, I'm genuinely trapped. I was gonna make sure none of my inner house parts break. What just happened? Actually, what just happened? An Enderman or something just exploded my base. All my stuff is outside too. This was not a good idea to put all my stuff outside. I should have grabbed some more stuff since it was nighttime, like building blocks, so I didn't think it would break my base, and then the creeper exploded, and now there's something breaking into my house, and I'm stuck here, and I'm horrified, and I'm terrified. What? The small blood. What do you mean? Bro, I'm already tweaking. What's outside my base? There was something called a fever dream and it just disappeared. I don't know where it is, but it was terrifying looking. I'm scared of what that thing called a fever dream was. It said it smells blood, run. And since then, I don't know where it could have went. Dude, I was talking so much shit. Legit, I was talking so much about, hey, this ain't that bad. And then it got bad. But regardless, I still managed to make it through my second night. However, I still have 3 more nights to try and survive, and trust me, they get worse. Especially considering that I have new issues to deal with, like Herobrine being in my world, having a monster that spawns from killing mobs, and the fact that something can break through my base now. So to combat these issues, I first filled in the creeper explosions from last night and repaired any damage to my base. Then I put a railing around my mine because last night it got broken through and was a major problem for me. Another problem for me is my lack of defenses, so I decided to cut down my mahogany trees to make an altar so I could finally see what the Book of Shadows actually does, which despite having a really cool name and opening animation, the book was useless, providing nothing in the catalog that would help me survive the nights. But what would help me survive the nights is iron armor, so I got back to mining for iron, finding all the iron ore I needed from strip mining at y = 16. Then once I made it back home, I smelted up all the iron into iron armor with enough spare iron to make iron doors, which I thought would be good for keeping my house safe from mobs breaking down my front door. Then I got ready for night 3 by placing my bamboo spikes and replacing my windows with iron bars I got as a quest reward. And after all these improvements, I was feeling very prepared going into night 3 until I got a very ominous message. What? What do you mean? The fuck do you mean? What? Literally stop. What does it mean? I feel like something's chasing me. You can't just say that. I really don't know why it said that. I'm being honest with you, I really don't know why it said that. I do want the rotten flesh though for leather, because if I do more. What do you mean something smells blood? I killed one thing. What do you mean? I want to see what it is, so can I see its head? No. I don't know what that is, but it's stuck in the wall. Oh, that's creepy. I don't know what I mean, it got spawned in the wall. It is creepy though, don't get me wrong. I don't want to jinx anything, but if the night keeps going like this, I'm okay with this. Don't do it, you bastard. No. What's tunneling where? Oh, they're tunneling through the dirt. Oh, they're breaking underneath, I see. Oh, it's that guy with a little tool. He's breaking in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's just do that. Don't let them get in. Whatever I do, I can't let all those mobs in. So far, though, it's kind of fine. And now, I'm not really scared, which is weird. Because I was like... really scared for a majority of this. And now I'm not scared, but worried I'm gonna die. Oh, you can break through stone? Don't tell me they can break through iron doors. They can. They can break through stone. They can break through iron doors. I'm so screwed. Please tell me it's almost daytime. Oh, they blew up so much of this house. This house is actually decimated. Is this room clear is the question. Good news. I think I have my side room back. I think I've reclaimed my land. I have. I think we're good. I think we made it. I did it! Is the backyard still safe? Yeah. The backyard is the one place that has lived just because I haven't been near it. I just don't go near the backyard and it's because that's the one place that's actually safe. Now, I don't think it needs to be really stated, but last night was really bad. So I need to do a lot of preparation, as much preparation as possible to make sure that doesn't happen again. If I want to spend 2 more nights on Fear Nightfall, making it 5 nights in total, I'm gonna need this to be more fortified and more protected, which I guess again, my solution is cobblestone. Last night was pretty bad, but it wasn't scary all things considered. Don't worry though, because soon things are going to ramp up from 9 to 11.
Whoa! What the fuck?
To prepare for the next night to come, I started the same as the previous days, filling in creeper explosions and repairing damage from the night. But before I could do any of that, something showed up. I can just walk on him. That's who I think it is, isn't it? Oh, he's gone. Okay, lovely. Why did he just come and post up at my front door, dude? God damn it, man. I fucking knew Herobrine was here, dude. I fucking knew it. Oh, calm down. I need to focus on prepping for next nighttime. So I repaired last night's damage fully, seeing Herobrine again in the process. Then I started mining a bunch of cobblestone because I needed quite a bit of it for my base preparations. For the preparations, I extended my safety railing to 3 blocks wide around my base because only 1 block wide around my base was consistently letting me down. I also made sure to put a slab layer on the ground in front of my base so mobs aren't on eye level with me anymore. I made the slabs in the front of my base full blocks just in case any mobs are able to crawl underneath the slabs. But with all the time I took up mining and building, my time was up and nightfall had begun. Well, there's Herobrine. He's just been lurking a lot. I don't really know what he's planning or doing, but he's just been around. So far, no sign of any mobs or anything though. I'm trying to show presence towards the front because my sides are weaker. And I can't really do anything. I actually didn't make this so I can actually fight them. Just having them not do anything would be good. Even if that's boring, having a night where things don't go horribly would just be nice in general. So far, it's working though. I just gotta survive 15 more minutes out here. Okay, it's daytime now, meaning nothing else should spawn. I need to kill the things that are guaranteed not gonna despawn. What is growling? Oh, there is something here. That was not that bad of a night to get through, which is very good. That means my preparations worked. So for the first time in this video, my preparations for the night actually worked. Meaning for night 5's preparations, I don't think I have to worry about adding anything at all for my base to be safe. So I went back to mining, this time mining down to y = -58 to get diamonds for diamond armor. Because even if the mobs have a hard time getting to me, they still pack a punch when they do hit me. But while mining down to y = -58, I got a horrifying reminder that in Fear Nightfall, you're never alone. Oh my god. I was like, why is my sanity draining? Dude. Oh my god. What the hell? You can't do that to me. After getting scared by Herobrine, I got back to work on mining for diamonds, knowing that at any moment I can get ambushed by Herobrine. So I got back to mining down to y = -58 while constantly worried and looking over my shoulder. Finding some diamonds on my way down, then strip mining for a bit where I got 12 diamonds before turning back to go make some of my diamond armor, only to find that my base wasn't loading in. So I left my world only to be frozen on a saving world screen for 5 minutes, meaning I had no choice but to force close my game and relaunch it. Only to find that when I rejoined my world, things weren't quite right. What? Okay, it's actually broken. Okay, no, I spawned into... What? What? I'm just trapped under... What the... What? Okay, well, I guess one of these directions is my way back to the surface. I don't... It broke to before I even got, like, I don't know what happened. I just spawned into a block, and, like, I was trying to look around, I saw nothing, so I was like, it's bugged. But no, I was just in a block. I swear this is the nickel I mined. So I think this is the right way? Because this looks very similar to... Yeah, this is exactly 11. I am going the right way. Okay, so this is back the way I can. It replaced all of the chunks I mined with new chunks that are the same thing I mined. I just broke into my old mine. I guess issue fixed. What the hell? I'm so confused why it broke like that. I don't know. But the good news is my world isn't broken, and I have around 10 minutes to continue mining. So I got back to strip mining, getting another scary message from Herobrine in the process. Okay, what the hell, Herobrine? Stop whispering at me, man. Don't do that when I'm in a cave. That's like the Herobrine horror thing of like, you're mining in a cave, you turn around and he's just there. Because like, you can't do nothing in that case. Luckily, Herobrine wasn't in the mine behind me. But unluckily for me, after I mined a little longer, something worse than Herobrine was behind me. What's that? No! Okay, we're done mining. Just in case, let me just real quick. Just in case, let me just get some partial diamond. I think I'm gonna need it. What the fuck? Actually, what the fuck? Let's just try to... Okay, let's not keep mining after what I just witnessed. Holy fuck, what was that? Okay, yeah, it's about to become nighttime. What was that in the cave with me, dude? What the hell? And then also I had Herobrine that was like messing with me. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. Okay, if I survive these 20 minutes, I've successfully spent the 5 nights I planned to spend. It's actually more ominous that nothing is happening. I think that's more terrifying to me. Oh, there we go. Some normality. Let's actually kill them too tonight if I can. At least to get rid of them, because they are annoying to deal with. Well, hopefully this is a fairly peaceful and safe blood moon. Will it be? I don't know. Maybe it's somewhere else it's worse. Is it worse over here? I mean, other than them spawning in my walls, it appears to be normal. Huh, why is this night so easy compared to previous ones? I mean, last night wasn't bad either, but like, there's like no mobs compared to last night. And I don't know why. I mean, I'm okay with an easy last night. I mean, I'll take it, but like, why? After everything I've been through, why is it so mundane tonight? I don't understand. I think it's counted as daytime right now. I don't know why that was so calm. I'm actually confused. But what I'm not confused about is how much of a struggle most of the nights have been for me to deal with. So that's why I wanted to make my nights no longer an issue in Fear Nightfall, which left me with 2 options. I can either put 128 slabs in the ground in every direction, that way mobs can't spawn near my house, or I could use the same concept of mobs not being able to spawn on top slabs and move to a naturally spawning floating island, that way mobs guaranteed can't spawn anywhere near my home. So that's why I'm turning my Fear Nightfall world into a Scary Skyblock world. But in order to move to a floating island, I need 1 item to get there, a mahogany broom. Now this broom doesn't sound like anything special, but with it, I can fly to a floating island and make it my new base location. But in order to make the broom though, I have to go to some dangerous places and deal with some dangerous monsters. So I got started where I left off last time, in my old house. Now today, I plan to do more than just survive. So in order to do that, I gotta actually make progress and do things. One of the things is I need to see if I have any iron, because I need at least 3 ingots so I can make an iron bucket, because I do need that. I don't think I have any iron. Okay, starting off, we're gonna need a mine for 3 iron. Oh, I also need diamonds. I also am gonna need today, I think at minimum I need 2 diamonds. So I opened my mine up and headed down to Y = 16 to mine for the 3 iron I needed to get. I wanted an iron bucket so I can get a water bucket and make the obsidian I would need for a nether portal, because the hardest thing I need to get in order to make a mahogany broom is the netherite ingot. So after I mined the iron I needed, I headed down to Y = -58 to mine for 2 diamonds, because I wanted to make an enchantment table since I was getting obsidian anyways and already level 30. However, I was unlucky in finding any diamonds, only finding some redstone and an unwanted visitor. Creature. What was that? Was that the same creature as before? Does my crafting table on me? I do. Make slabs. Oh my. Oh my, that was not the same creature. What the hell was that? That was not the same creature. I tried to block it off. It was a cave dweller, not a... Oh my god. Let me go get my stuff back. It was low. I don't know if it stays spawned in or not, but... Oh, Blood Moon has appeared. I gotta go back up to the surface, but first I gotta get my stuff. I thought that was the same creature as last time. It might be, it might not be, I don't really know. But it dug, it could go underneath slabs, which is terrifying. Nope, it's gone. That was scary. I think I killed it when it killed me. I'm not being very expressive right now because I'm just like lost for words. I've just been trying to mine for diamonds for like 30 minutes in multiple directions with no luck. And then that happens. What the hell was that, man? I was thinking, oh, it's some creatures last time. Let me do the same strat. I don't even know if I commentated over that. I was just like, oh, creature, let me just deal with it. Not really an issue. That was an issue. It can crawl underneath slabs. That was the cave dweller. I don't know if that was the same creature I fought last time and I just put so many slabs it didn't decide to crawl under, but it crawled under and murdered me. That was awful. Regardless, let's survive this night. I wasted all my time mining for diamonds. I'm gonna have to change up my plans. I should still be fine and able to have like a plan for what I'm doing. Hang zombie. You just deleted the item. Dude. I'm literally not responsible for you exploding. He was just exploding at will. Like, I'm doing nothing, and they're saying I'm going to explode. And it's like, what the fuck? Why? Oh my god, they tunneled. Oh my god, that actually was terrifying. Oh, dude, you can't do that. I just turned around to like... Oh my god. So that's... How did you get in here? How? Where? What? I'm actually so confused. What's happening? What the hell? I think this is counted as daytime. I'm gonna need to attempt to deal with this problem. Oh, that's in my mines. They blasted their way through to my mines. That's why I didn't have too many mobs to deal with. Okay, let's try to deal with these guys if I can. Ow. What? Why are you exploding? Again, why are you exploding? Oh, is it just skeletons? Grab all this. Okay, well, I dealt with the mobs down here now. Now I can block all this up. There we go. I need a lot of iron, it looks like, for the thing I'm trying to make. I think it'd be wise for me to start making the progress stuff I need in order to, well, actually make the broom I want to make. So in order to do that, I need to make a cauldron, a mixing cauldron, which requires an actual cauldron, which means I have to use up a lot more iron I needed to get. So for day 7, I got back to mining for iron. Because I needed more iron to make the mixing cauldron, I have to make the broom in. I also decided to stream mining for the iron. Because I personally was far too horrified by what I saw in the mines yesterday to go mining without something to take my mind off of it. So with the need for iron and the chat to call me, I got to work on mining all the iron I needed. But not without having another unwanted visitor show up. No, no. No, no. You don't understand, Fudge? That thing will crawl at me and murder me. I don't know which one it is. I don't know if it's the one I saw in the first 5 days or it's the one I saw yesterday, which scared me so bad. I have not played since then. I'm gonna have to deal with it eventually too, and it's gonna crawl at me if it's what I think it is. And it's like, oh no, it's bad, man. Oh, I don't want to deal with that, but I'm gonna have to. Do I have any arrows? Not that that helps much. I'm hoping to despawn, but it probably didn't. So let's get ready and then do this thing. Please be gone. Please be gone. It isn't. Fuck! Oh, it can crawl, dude. It can crawl. Even if I do this, it can crawl through. I'm gonna let that guy despawn, I think. I think I'm just gonna just stay here. What I think I do is I go just above, up enough, and we're gonna have to try to get out of here. We're just gonna hope I can go around him. Not there. We gotta go one more, and then we can try to block off behind. He should now, if there is a guy, be trapped in here. Okay, this way is good. Let's get the fuck out of here. The minor moon has appeared. I don't know what that means. It means I got haste? What? I think this also still counts as a blood moon, so I should probably send it up above. I mean, I can go mining if I want, which is nice, but it is, I'm pretty sure, count as a blood moon. Maybe not, because it said minor moon. I don't know. All I know is this mod actually fucks with you so much, and I hate it. Why does they do this? Why? I don't know. Let's live through this night, and then afterward, try to make the contraptions, and then probably end the stream, to be honest with you, and I'll save that for tomorrow morning. Hopefully I have enough iron for everything we need for the mahogany room. I don't know what I have to do to get mandrake root, but I have to look that up. I mean, pictures from related plant. Okay, but how do I get the plant? Found in a swamp. I have to go exploring. Okay, I'm just like gonna ignore these for now. I think what I'm gonna do instead of waiting through the night is I wanna make this mixing cauldron. So let's do that. There we are. And by making that, I do get a nice quest reward of some bonus iron back. I want to make the mahogany broom, meaning I have to go to the nether to get a netherite, and it looks like I'm gonna have to go there to get some other stuff in order to make a blood sigil. I need to get blackstone, which, if I remember right, the only way to get blackstone is the nether. Okay, I can do that, and I believe it's daytime. It is. Meaning for day 8, my main goal was to get the rest of the resources I need for making the mahogany broom. The main things being a mandrake root, a netherite ingot, and bottles of blood. So the first thing I set out to get was the one resource I can get without going to the nether, a mandrake root. So I grabbed a stack of bones for bone meal, made a boat for sailing, and made a sleeping bag for setting my swan. For setting sail in the direction I knew a swamp was, because mandrake plants that I get mandrake roots from only spawn in swamps. I also made sure to grab my shears before I left, just in case I saw any sheep on my journey that I could get wool from, because I need to go mining for ancient debris, and the quickest way to mine for ancient debris that I know of is, well, speed mining, which is why I wanted to make an enchanting table earlier. But after dying earlier, I lost both my will to mine for diamonds and my experience to make a good enchanted pickaxe. So the second best option of bed mining is the only option I'm left with for mining for ancient debris efficiently. Meaning I was very lucky to find sheep in the swamp. And I was even luckier to find a mandrake plant that I could bone meal to get the mandrake root I needed. So after I got what I thought would be enough wool for beds, I headed back home to start getting the obsidian I needed. With the obsidian, I made myself a nether portal and headed into the nether to start finding the last 2 main resources I needed to make the broom: ancient debris and blackstone. So once in the nether, I blocked off my portal so that way I was safe from monsters, because I don't really know what kind of scary mobs spawn exclusively in the nether. Now I'm not exactly one to find out. So after blocking it off, I then started strip mining down to y=15 to bed mine for ancient debris. On the way down, running into a surprise piece of ancient debris. Okay then. Just an accidental ancient debris. I'll gladly take it. I mean, I need 4, so I still need 2 more. Well, okay. Well, there's 3 of them. Okay, I don't think I'll find any more. 3 was already quite a bit, which I will gladly take. That means I just gotta find 1 from bed mining. After collecting the 3 ancient debris I found, I got back to strip mining down to y=15. On the way, running into some sort of underground nether mine. But I quickly found out by the locals that I wasn't wanted in the nether mine. So I left and headed back home because night 8 had already begun. Yep. Nighttime. Let's put all this stuff away. 3 ancient debris, though, is actually massive. I really was not expecting to just luckily find ancient debris that I needed, so I'm glad I did. But once I make it through this horde night, tomorrow morning, I just need to get 1 ancient debris, and yeah, I still need 4 blackstone, and then 1 ancient debris I need to find. And if I can do that, I'm good. What are you? A pillager who is more concerned with the guy shooting you and not me. Oh, he died. What did he drop? Wait, what did he drop? I need that. Did he drop what I think he dropped? Is that what I think it is? No. I'll be honest with you. I thought that was a piece of ancient debris. And that's why I was freaking out. A fucking heart? What? I do see what? Oh. Is it daytime? Well, not yet. They're not burning. Until you burn, and then I'll head out there. Cool, I just need 1 ancient debris, like I said, and 4 blackstone, and then I can make all the stuff I need to make. So I headed back into the nether and got back to mining for blackstone and the last piece of ancient debris I needed. Finally getting down to y=15 and finally using beds to bed mine. On my second bed, blowing open a big open area with a minecart with a chest and blackstone directly above me. So I started bridging over the gap to the other side when I noticed that the explosion also uncovered my last piece of ancient debris. So I collected the 4 pieces of blackstone and the last piece of ancient debris I needed. But before I headed back home to make the broom though, I really wanted to see what was in that minecart chest. So I started on my way way down to the chest, only to find that it had nothing of value in it. So I headed back home, grabbing some gold on the way that I would need for making a netherite ingot. Then once back home, I smelted up the ancient debris I had into netherite scrap. But I didn't have enough gold to make the netherite ingot, so I went to the nether again. This time deciding to try and explore the surface of the nether, which turned out before I even left my portal room to be a very bad decision. So instead I decided to go back to bed mining to get the gold I needed. In the process, I ran into some sort of nether mineshaft thing, so I decided to run around the mineshaft looking for gold ore. Finding minecart loot and plenty of gold ore for the netherite ingot, and one other thing I want to craft later on that'll help me move my stuff to a floating island and make it my new base. So I left the nether for the final time and started making all the stuff I needed for making the broom. Starting by making the netherite ingot, then making blood sigils I needed for bottles of blood, which I'll admit was a cool excuse to see the mixing cauldron in use for the first time. But it was becoming nighttime and I still needed glass for the bottles of blood, which left me with two options. I could either go outside on night 9 or wait for day 10. So naturally, I made a crawl-sized tunnel from my house all the way to the river next to my house. At the river, I got all the sand I thought I would need and started smelting it into glass. So while waiting for the glass to smelt, I headed outside to wait out my 9th night in fear nightfall. Okay, I guess back to surviving the night. On the bright side, after tonight, tomorrow morning, we're looking at a whole new world of possibilities once I make that broom, because I can fly with that broom. But if you guys want more of this fear nightfall after this video, because you guys liked the last video, then I'll gladly do more, and I'll actually be doing a lot of quest stuff. Anyways, let's survive the rest of this night, and then we can actually go to a whole new world of possibilities in this world, which I can't wait for. I'm actually really excited for. What is that? Zombie, what are you? What on earth are you? Okay, things are getting more intense because I've never seen that creature, but that creature was terrifying looking. It was big with a big mace. What the hell was that? Okay, it wasn't terrifying looking. That's a bit... Okay, what are you? I wanted to see what it looked like. What in the hell? I'm getting new unique mobs that aren't exactly friendly looking. Okay, you spawn mobs. What the hell is that? Bruh, come here. Okay, he's dead. What the hell was that guy, though? I've seen like 2 new mobs I've never seen before. Day is coming up, though. Dude, it was like so normal. It was like so like insanely normal. And then just randomly at like the last like 5 minutes, 2 creatures I've never seen show up. That do things I've never seen. Like, what the hell? Anyways, with that, I survived night 9 and can now get to work on finishing the broom. So the first thing I did on day 10 was collect the glass I smelted during the night. Then I made the 3 bottles I needed for 2 bottles of blood. Then in order to get the bottles of blood, I placed the blood sigil in my mixing cauldron and sacrificed myself to the blood gods, which gave me enough blood for the 2 bottles of blood I needed. And with that, I had the last of the supplies I needed for the broom collected and nothing to stop me from making it. So I did just that. Give my new broom its first test flight inside my house, which wasn't the best idea. Regardless, I have a broom now, meaning I can fly to my new base location that should make the nights no longer an issue I have to deal with in Fear Nightfall. However, in order to do that, I first need to find a place I want to make my new base location. So I went on my test world that I first saw a floating island on that gave me this video idea to begin with. On the test world, I was able to find out that these islands for sure spawn in the lukewarm ocean biome. So on a creative version of my world, I used the /locate command to find the nearest lukewarm ocean. And after teleporting that lukewarm ocean, I was pleasantly surprised to see a floating island right next to where I teleported, meaning I now had a location that was ready to go to my new base location. But before I headed out, I wanted to be able to pack up my stuff and bring it with me. So I made a backpack. That way I could bring an extra 18 stacks of stuff per backpack with me to my new base. But one backpack wasn't enough space for everything I wanted to take with me. So I made another backpack. That way I could take even more of my stuff before flying on my broom towards my new base location. And we set out, literally flying on a broom, which is so sick. This is so cool, dude. Look at this. We set out to find our new home, which is actually pretty close to my old base, which is really nice. There we go. And here's my new home. So let me set a spawn point. Now, in theory, this place should be safe. Now from here, I can make my home that should be mob-proof. I mean, I can start playing this like it's Skyblock and not like it's Fear Nightfall. I mean, it is, and I still have a lot of things to worry about. But yeah, this is my new home, which isn't as like house-like like my old home. But trust me, it should be a lot safer. Well, don't trust me, I actually don't know yet. Now, in theory, this location should be good. Now, in practice, I don't know, but I'm gonna go AFK during the night, and we'll see what happens. So I put my trust and faith in the floating island being unable to spawn mobs and AFK'd during the night, which I was pleasantly surprised to see actually worked and didn't spawn a single mob during the blood moon, meaning the entire premise and plan for this video was a success. And I thankfully didn't spend the last couple days building the broom for absolutely nothing. Which, trust me, I'm very happy about. And it's almost daytime, I believe. It's pretty light out, and I didn't see any mobs spawn up here. Let me still wait for a bit. It is still quite rainy. But yeah, it worked. This actual little floating island actually worked for not spawning any mobs, which is actually so massive. Another issue we have to worry about, though, is the rain. But all those are issues for, well, different days. Because what I wanted to do was make it to where we don't have to worry anymore about mobs. And it looks like that went successfully. So with the success of the floating island, I want to officially make it my new home. Meaning it was time to fully turn this little floating island into a skyblock base with everything I could ever need up here. So to start out, the first thing I wanted to make was a cobble generator, because with it, I could get all the cobblestone I would ever need for expanding my home. And luckily for me, I brought with me from my old home all the stuff I would need to make one. So I made one. And now this should, in theory, be an auto cobble. Yes, and now I have an auto cobble generator. And that's the first thing I wanted done, which will let me expand up here, and now I can work during the rain because I can put a little roof above myself. So with the roof above my cobble generator, I sat and farmed a cobblestone while it was raining, but it didn't take long for the rain to clear out. It's daytime and we're only 11 minutes in, which means I should still have plenty of day. I'm gonna put this stuff up. I'm gonna grab my 2 backpacks, and we're gonna be doing something maybe dangerous. We're gonna be flying back to my old place. I need to go to 237 and 50. My house should be right around here. Oh, there it is. So let's grab all the essentials, all the stuff I left that I think is going to come in handy, and also things I left that are just useful. I don't know if I'm gonna need this stuff, but I would prefer to have them than not having them. So I grabbed everything that I thought would be useful to me in some way and filled my backpacks and inventory, which was mainly just crops, saplings, and random other things like building blocks. But regardless, with my inventory and backpacks full, I flew back home. Then once I was back home, I put everything I got from my old house into chests except for all the cobblestone I brought back with me. And now I want to massively expand the island that I'm currently on. I want to make an area for a tree farm right now is the main thing I want to make, and just expand this place in general and have it be nicer than just this little square. So I expanded my base out into a diamond and made a rain shield above it to match. And now is probably as good of a time as any to tell you what a rain shield actually is. A rain shield, as it sounds, is a shield from the rain, which contrary to what this video is all about, isn't a normal skyblock thing at all. But in Fear Nightfall skyblock, having a rain shield is pretty important, because Fear Nightfall has a sanity mechanic that makes worse and worse stuff happen the lower your sanity gets. And water of any kind, rain included, very quickly drains your sanity. Meaning building a rain shield over my new home is pretty important, and I'll have to continue to do so in the future. But in the present, I want to start planning out and making a tree farm so I can get a steady supply of wood. However, with all that time I spent expanding my base, it was starting to get dark. And I believe that's the rise of the blood moon right there. I think it's about to get very dark in here, but I should still be able to work. Assuming no mobs spawn, which I believe hopefully none's are able to spawn up here. I mean, that's the whole point of me being up here, is mobs not being able to spawn. So hopefully nothing is able to spawn, hopefully. So to ensure nothing would spawn up here during the blood moon, I put torches around the edges of my base, which is also just nice visually. However, no matter how many torches I place, there's one being up here I can't prevent spawning. Stop, Herobrine. I don't know why I hear a zombie sound and then that means Herobrine. That doesn't even make sense. He's not a zombie. Is he a zombie? I don't think he is. Nah, he's not a zombie. He's a ghost? That doesn't sound right. But what does sound right is making a tree farm. So I continued to build out the area I wanted the tree farm at until I had it built out enough to place my first piece of dirt. Yes, right here can be my first little sapling spot is what I'm thinking. Right there, which will be my first spot that a tree can grow out of. And then I want quite a bit of spots trees can grow out of. So I worked on expanding my tree area, getting to a total of 3 sapling spots before I ran out of cobblestone. So since I was out of cobblestone, I set up my cobble generator and granted a little over 3 stacks of cobblestone that I made into slabs and used straight away to extend my rain shield over my walkway to the tree farm. Then I started making a rain shield a block even higher than the main one, above where I wanted the tree farm, and left extending it for later. But right now, I want to use the rest of the slabs I have to extend my tree farm itself and get more spots for trees. But after expanding my tree farm to a total of 12 sapling spots, I decided, let's torch up in between these. That way during the nighttime, because I'm gonna put a roof over it, and I want to make sure when there is a roof over it, they can still, like, the trees can still grow. So I don't know if they're gonna be able to, when it's nighttime for sure, and then also with the roof over it, I don't know, since they're not getting direct sunlight anymore, I'm sure they can still grow, but having them lit up, I don't even know if it helps, but it helps my eyes, I guess. Just see they're not in the darkness sitting there. I don't know. I actually don't know where I was going with that. I'm here with you. But what I do know is that I need to keep expanding my tree farm. So I grinded up a bit more cobblestone and used it to expand the tree farm out to a total of 16 bean sapling spots. But the question is, when the trees are grown, how much wood would I get per harvest? Oh, again, yeah, how many logs is this? If it's 4x4, it means 16. That's 4. It means this will be a stack of logs per harvest. I'm okay with that. Yeah, no, actually, I'm okay with that. I just need to now put the edges and put the fences on. I think I need more cobblestone, and the wood is good for now. So I got to work yet again on harvesting a bunch of cobblestone, and despite saying I had plenty of wood, I also decided to harvest my trees when they grew because I want to eventually make a subscriber wall on this world, despite it not really being a skyblock thing. And speaking of subscribers, you should consider becoming one if you like this video and want to see more of my content. But whether you're subscribed or not, I have plenty of cobblestone slabs now. So I got to work on finishing the tree farm, and for it, I want 6 on every edge, so that way I can put the fence and everything else. And then I also want to connect this and make this squared off instead of triangled off, so I can actually put fences on there as well. Because my skyblock design is more circular, but I want a more square design for this, so it's actually different for my skyblock world. I mean, it's already different in the fact that things are horrifying, and trust me, after I get the subwall done, I'll plan to make mob spawners. And I'll be real with you, there is literally no physical way that those are gonna go well. But what can go well is finally finishing the tree farm. So I made sure to extend my tree farm to have a 6-wide walkway all the way around it, so that way any tree drops wouldn't fall down to the world below, out of my reach. Then I put a rain shield above the walkway all the way around the tree farm, but I left a hole in the middle of the rain shield. That way the trees aren't capped at a set height and can grow into giant trees, giving me more wood per harvest. But regardless, there we are. Now, what I want to do is I want to, I think, square off that and then make those sides squarish, and then I can add on that a railing is what I think I'm going to do right now. I don't even think I am going to do right now. Meaning I need a lot more stone again. And soon, a lot more cobblestone than I first thought, because after cutting down a few of my trees, I noticed a big problem. I'm lagging. The world isn't loaded right now. Is the tree's not decaying or nothing? Yeah, I'm lagging. I'm gonna leave and rejoin. This might make the world fuck or roll back. And that's just a Fear Nightfall thing. Please don't lose like all of the progress or drop me in the ocean or anything crazy. Please have my island loaded. Oh, thank God. It did load it. It did roll us back though. It rolled us back quite a bit. Yeah, just a rollback. It's like some weird thing where it stops saving your data and stops registering your data. It rolled me back quite a fucking bit, actually. What the hell? It rolled back like some things, but kept other things, which is very, very annoying because this happened before in this Fear Nightfall world. If you remember back to my first Fear Nightfall video when I was mining for diamonds, the world stopped loading in new chunks, and when I reloaded my world, it unmined blocks and even resources I already got. So in other words, every world I touch becomes a buggy mess. But regardless of how buggy this world is, I refilled in the parts of my rain shield that got rolled back. Then I got to work on getting the cobblestone I needed for squaring off the center of my skyblock home, which took me a decent amount of time to get all the cobblestone. With enough time in cobblestone, I was able to get squaring it off done. And there we are. I fully made this new square and roofed it off. Now it's gonna be nighttime while we do it, but that should be fine. Let's make a bunch, probably not all of these, but a decent amount, like roughly a stack. Might be good. I might need to make more, and if I need to, I can. Now let's make a bunch of fences with this oak wood, and let's fully fence off all around the edge right here. That way I have a little safety railing for my base. It's a purple blood moon? What? That's either very bad or I don't... Wait, you're not purple anymore. Okay, ignore that. I guess it doesn't matter. That's what I was gonna do. Let's make a bunch of fences. I want to fully fence off the edges so I am actually safe up here, and I have safety railings, which is so nice that I'm gonna have safety railings. So I went on my base, put fences all along the edges, making sure to light them up properly to ensure mobs still can't spawn up here. And there we are! It's fully fenced up, and now our area is all nice and enclosed, and we have, I think, a decent amount of leftover wood, maybe? I have a leftover like 5 stacks. Is that enough for the wall? I don't know. I'll go cut down these trees, and then I'm gonna call it for the data stream, and I'll be back tomorrow to make the sub-wall. Because that's the next thing on the agenda, is to make the sub-wall, is the next thing I have planned that I want to do. And also, if I'm making this into a series, it has to have a sub-wall. I do want in every one of my worlds that I plan to do a series on, I'd make a sub-wall. So for the rest of my day, I cut down the trees that had grown to use the wood for making a sub-wall. So that way I can in some way show my appreciation to you guys on this Fear Nightfall world. Which is why for the sub wall, I first should probably plan out where I want this at. I think between here could be good. Maybe between here could be really good. I think this side's probably better if I'm planning to make my house and stuff over there that I do right here. And then I make this a walkway, I think would be good. And then from here, I need literally quite a big platform that I'm able to actually put the sub wall on, which is why I'm gonna have to get more stone. Yeah, so out this way, I want to have the wall like right here. I have this pathway right here that leads to it, and then a giant wall. So for making the sub wall, I first farmed up a bunch of cobblestone that I then used for making a giant platform to put the sub wall on. Then with the platform made, despite it starting to rain and there being no rain shield above it yet, I put fences around the edges of the platform and made sure to torch them up properly. Then I placed both corners of the sub wall with torches on top of them before I finally got fed up with the rain and put a rain shield above the platform. That way I could actually build the wall without going insane. Ironically though, it stopped raining right before I started building the rain shield. But once I had the rain shield done, I was good to work on building the sub wall without interruptions. So with the corners of the wall already placed, I decided to first put down the evenly spaced out bits of wall I wanted torches on top of. Now I need to fully fill this in with wood, so let's get working on that. And from there, I can actually put the names on. Finally! There we go, the wall itself is finished. Now I can finally start putting the 181 names. I have plenty of signs to do that, so let's start filling it in. So I spent the next half an hour putting the 181 names of my subscribers onto the subscriber wall. But pal, you have over 1,000 subscribers now, so why did you only put 181 names on the wall? Well, that's because YouTube only shows me the names of my subscribers who have their subscription set to public, which in my case was around a fifth of my total subscribers at the time I recorded this. But regardless, I did put all the names I had onto the sub wall. And now, I need to make my way down that surface right there. That way I can actually easily get up and down without my broom. I'm not gonna have the broom forever. What if I lose it, you know? If I lose it, I still need a way to get back up and down. So I need to make like a ladder way up or down, like somewhere over there that touches the surface that I can use to go and get stuff like dirt and explore the surface without my broom if I don't have my broom. But in order to make the ladder way, I was going to need a lot of cobblestone. So I spent a little over an hour and a half farming up all the cobblestone I thought I would need for making it. And now out here, I want to make something. So this is going to be my pathway that actually leads out to the mob spawner. So what I'm gonna do is have the pathway that leads to the mob spawner. I'm not gonna make it right now, but I'm gonna start like the little width of it, and then from here I go that way. Hell no. What was that? What? No, thank you. Okay, this is supposed to not be where you got the knights anymore. Why am I hearing sounds? It's probably from the surface below, to be honest with you. And the surface is where I want to go. So in order to get there, I first made a walkway along the side of my base, past the cell ball, to where I wanted to put the ladder way. Then I started placing fences along the side of the walkway when I ran out of fences. So I went to go make more fences to finish the walkway when I realized something. This one has taken a lot more time than the other ones, I will say, on like... Steve? Why am I Steve? I'm sorry, what? Where'd my skin go? What? Where's my skin at? Yeah, it's still saved. Why am I Steve? Okay, I changed my skin. Am I still Steve? I should be my normal guy now and not Steve. And I'm still Steve. Okay, I don't know what's wrong with my Fear Nightfall world. I guess this is just what we're gonna have to deal with. I don't know why it's like this. But what I do know is I need a ladder way down to the surface. So I placed the last bit of fences I needed along the side of the walkway. Then I made the outline for the ladder way and started building it down towards the surface, which was easy to do because in Fear Nightfall, you can place blocks on the bottom of other blocks when you're above them, meaning I didn't have to jump in water and lose my mind in order to build the ladder way. Speaking of not losing my mind, I also made sure to put a rain shield above it like I've done with everything else up here, and put torches periodically on the ladder way because darkness also lowers your sanity. But as I was getting closer to the surface, I was also getting closer to any mobs on the surface. What even just did that? What just did that? What just hit me? Something on the surface was able to hit me. I guess I don't even like directly see anything. And I also didn't get hit by anything else while building a ladder way down even more. But after another 20 minutes of descending towards the surface, I eventually did start to hear some things. Oh my mobs, that's probably why I'm hearing the awareness scent. And there's a lot of creepers that aren't just gonna magically despawn when I get down here. Oh, there's some sort of big creature right there. I just saw that. There's some sort of creature right there, and I don't know what that is. Looking at it now, I think that right there is just a skeleton with armor. Yeah, that's why I'm hearing so many mob sounds, is there's stuff down here. Mainly just creepers, it looks like, hopefully. Please don't be anything scary down here. I believe that yeah, is a skeleton. It's now dead. You have a fishing rod? You're trying to fish me towards you? It looks like mainly just those creepers, which I want to get closer to first. But you know, you're like, what? But trust me, I have my method to my madness, okay? And my method really is just me wanting to get a better shot on the creepers. So I built a little closer to them and started boring them to death when I got a very bad message. No, 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 no. Please don't tell me I can come up ladders. Please, no. I didn't even know they could spawn during the day. Where? I'm gonna check where it spawned, which I don't think is a good idea. Not on top of that, which is good. Down here, I'm guessing? I mean, I can't deal with it regardless of where it spawned. I just want to know. Okay, now I'm really concerned because I don't see it anywhere. That's even more concerning because I know what creature it is, but I don't see it anywhere. Maybe if you get far enough away from where it's supposed to spawn, it despawns? I don't know. But what I do know is what should have spawned was a fever dream, which is horrifying looking and could easily kill me if it wanted to. So I was lucky that it, for some unknown reason, wasn't a problem I had to deal with. But what I did have to deal with was finishing the ladderway. So I finished getting the ladderway down to the surface, on the way finding a cool cow backpack, which apparently is a backpack, that negates negative effects. Regardless, with the ladderway finished, I put doors on the bottom of it and started putting a protective barrier around it when I noticed it was becoming nighttime. So I headed back up to my base because I couldn't finish the protective barrier during the night without dying to mobs. What I can do though, since I have to wait anyways on it becoming daytime, let's take quite a bit of this stone and let's start planning out the area for the actual carrot farm. I want out here basically to be the carrot farm. So the normal kind of same thing as like over there, which is like right here is the edge of that, and then walkway. Yes, I want this middle bit here to be a walkway, just like the start over there. And then in here, I want carrot, and I will keep the little fence divider, but I will have it like open, and then another fence around it. They're kind of separated off, but I just want right here a carrot farm. So I got to work on building the carrot farm by first building a big platform and leaving 4 open 9x9 holes for 4 carrot farm plots. Making sure while I was building the platform to fence it off and torch it up. So that way during the blood moons, mobs don't spawn up here. However, I was only able to get half of the carrot farm platform done before the sun came back up. So I decided instead of finishing the carrot farm now, I should go back down to the surface to get the dirt I need for the carrot farm and finish making the protective barrier around the ladderway. So, I need to grab some stone and I'm gonna need more slabs regardless. Let me make them right now. These slabs. Now, I don't know what to expect when I go down to the surface. It was during the night. It was just the blood moon. However, I was all the way up here and not near the surface. So I have no idea what's gonna be down there. Hopefully, there's not mobs. Hopefully. Is there a chance? A pretty good chance. And I don't know if they destroyed some of the area, but I'm gonna take a drink of water and then we're gonna go down there. And we need to get 5 stacks of dirt today. I didn't leave that door open. Yeah, I can't even leave a single door open. That's kind of concerning. It's just Herobrine things. What? I'm sorry, what was that sound? Let's break stuff near the back and check. I just want to make sure we're safe here, okay? Because if we're safe, I can come down here and actually do stuff. Okay. What in the hell are you? It's like some sort of special looking trident thrower. That's so sick looking. I wish you got closer so I could see if I get the trident thing from him, but that thing looks sick. Is that just what drowns look like now? Yeah, look at his little spears. Those things are cool looking. I think for the most part, we're good out here. So I went and finished the protective layer around the ladderway. Then I went around placing torches underneath my base so mobs don't spawn down here during the daytime when I noticed there was a skeleton lying on the ground. So I let curiosity get the best of me and decided to pick it up. Oh, it spawns an actual skeleton. I didn't know that's how that worked. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't need to put this in the video. I just thought that the skeleton spawning an actual skeleton was a cool feature for your nightfall. Regardless of the skeleton, I went around and finished placing torches underneath my base. Then I was finally ready to get the dirt I needed for the carrot farm. And for the carrot farm, I need a total of 320 dirt, or in other words, 5 stacks of dirt. So I made myself stone shovels and dug up the dirt until I had the 5 stacks of dirt I needed. There we are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that should be enough dirt for all the needs and uses I'm gonna have for dirt today, which is making a bunch of carrot farms. 4 carrot farms to be exact. And then if I need to in the future, I can come back down to the surface and explore more, because I know on this surface has some useful things, like dungeons, which aren't very useful, and I guess like diamonds and iron and all that other stuff I might need in the future. Although I really don't want to do that right now, because I don't want to deal with more cave dwellers or more mobs or more anything. But if I need to, I can go down there and get resources and get stuff. I mainly don't want to play this like a skyblock, so if I can avoid going down there, I would prefer to. And the one thing I need in order to avoid needing to go back down to the surface, at least for the rest of this video, is a carrot farm. But for the carrot farm, I still need to finish the platform, which I only built half of last night. So I built the other half of the platform and made sure when I did to fully fence, torch off the entire platform. Then with the platform done, I filled in the 4 empty spots I left with cobblestone slabs, half a block lower than the rest of the platform, for 4 9x9 farm plots I planned to make. So in order to make them, on those slabs, I placed down the dirt I got from the surface in normal 9x9 fashion with water in the middle of each one, and put trapdoors over all the water to make it flush with the dirt. Then I tilled all the dirt into farmland and planted carrots
carrots in all the farmland, give me 4 carrot farm plots and a healthy supply of food. Meaning I never have to worry about running out of food up here ever again. Which I guess was technically true when I made the tree farm because of the apples. But either way, I still have to worry about the rain. So I built a rain shield above my carrot farm to remove that worry. And there we go. I got the rain shield on. I left the little gaps so the rain can actually fall through and hit the crops. And also the sun can fall through and hit the crops. But I do have it protected so I can actually run around and do stuff in here without worrying about the rain. And oh my god, that's perfect timing. Don't have to worry about this. I can just stand in here and be fine. Of course, I have to stand in the rain to harvest the crops, but I'd rather the crops be able to get rain and sunlight. And I think it looks cooler like this instead of like fully covered. So got the rain shield done. Now, the next thing we need to work on is actually making, like I've been saying, the mob spawner and the drop spawner out this way. I mean, I need to make a long bridge out this way. But in order to make a big bridge slash walkway out to the mob spawners, I'm gonna need a lot more cobblestone. Because between the ladderway and the carrot farm, I used up all the cobblestone I spent an hour and a half grinding up before. So I spent the next 2 to 3 hours getting more cobblestone from the cobble generator. Then with all the cobblestone, I was finally ready to build the walkway to the mob spawners. So I did what I did with every other walkway up here and built the entire thing out of cobblestone with fences and torches on the sides of it. Except for this walkway, I made sure to extend it very far away from my main base area.
And that should definitely be far enough away, I think, to keep me safe. And I just have to go over here whenever I need anything from over here, which I'm okay with doing. And distance-wise, that should be plenty far away. Now let me make the platforms. And I think it's about to rain. Is it? I actually don't know, but I do need to for sure do the rain shield.
So I started making the rain shield when I realized something about the mob spawner and drop spawner.
Honestly, me doing this might just be a bad idea.
In fact, no, I'm certain that doing this is going to be a bad idea.
But I'm not going to do this.
I know. You're like, what? No mob spawner or drop spawner? That's normal skyblock stuff. I know. But what I think would be better is if I made a dark room. I think I should do a dark room instead, because the whole point is I want this way to be over where the mobs are, and I still do need that distance. So I think instead of making a drop spawner and a mob spawner, that really won't benefit me at all. Maybe the drop spawner would a little bit, but both of which I think the mobs will just break through anyways and cause me issues. I think it'd be better if instead I made a dark room, because as it sounds, a dark room as well. A dark room with spots designated for spawning mobs. And you may be asking, why am I making a dark room over a normal mob spawner and drop spawner? That's because both of those would have major issues in Fear Nightfall. The drop spawner would guaranteed spawn mobs that have way too much health to die from dropping out of the drop spawner. Meaning instead of them dropping to their deaths, they'd be dropping to come kill me. And the mob spawner isn't much better because it would funnel all the mobs inside of it to the bottom like a normal mob spawner. Which in Fear Nightfall is very bad because zombies can spawn with tools. Meaning they would break out of the spawner very easily and let everything in it come kill me. But the dark room also has a major issue because it can also spawn zombies that can break out of it. However, a dark room, unlike the other spawners, has multiple individual spawning spots. Meaning the potential risk of a zombie that spawns with a tool is, well, one zombie I have to kill instead of dozens of mobs. Meaning overall, making a dark room is just way safer for me, which is the whole point of me making a home up here in the first place. So after I finished making the rain shield over the walkway, I made a platform at the end of it for the dark room. Then I extended the rain shield from the walkway over top of the dark room platform to use as the dark room's roof. There we are, rain shield complete and roof of the dark room. Let's start filling in the walls all the way to the roof now. That way I actually have this whole dark room kind of like planned out and can start filling it in. Not filling it in, but actually start putting the spots for the mobs. So I placed the walls, making sure to leave no gaps for light except for at the entrance of the dark room. Then after I placed the walls, I started making the dark room spawning spots when I noticed an issue with how I was building the dark room. Wait, why is this even? Wait, what? Why is this even? Okay, I messed something up. This is even somehow. Why didn't no one tell me? Why did no one tell me I made it wrong? No one said anything. How was I supposed to know? I know, I'm the one who building it. I should definitely pay attention and know. But like, how did I supposed to know? Yeah, I should have definitely paid more attention because I accidentally built one side a block shorter than the other. So after I fixed my silly goofy mistake, I went around and made all the mob spawning spots for the dark room, making sure to block in every spot properly. That way no mobs spawn from it when I'm not looking. There we go. I have that all filled in. This one might be an issue. I think these ones are probably going to be fine though. But I do need to now go around and break all the torches. That way the dark room can be, well, a dark room. Let's test it. Oh, kind of not excited for it, but hopefully it works. We just gotta make sure it works, okay? That's all we gotta make sure. So it should be far enough. We should have waited long enough. Something should have spawned in there if it's working. Oh, I got shot by a skeleton. He's just kind of chill. They can break out already. They already have broken out. Oh, hell no. Oh, hell no. I knew some shit would happen. How the fuck did they break out so fast? How did they break out so fast? I knew they would do this. I fucking knew it. So to add some extra protection to the dark room in case mobs break out of it again, I put fence gates on the entrance of the dark room and went in to find out where exactly they broke out of. Which one did they break out of? Wait. No, they didn't break out. I'm just an idiot. It's my fault. I'm a dumbass. It's not their fault. They didn't do it. I'm the reason. I'm a dumbass. Mobs can spawn on normal blocks. This is just straight up a normal block with no slab above it, and it's a full block. They can just spawn on top of these. I did it to myself. To be honest, I don't think none of them broke out. I just didn't make this properly, as I should have. So I went around the dark room and fixed the problem I created for myself. Meaning the dark room can now only spawn mobs on select mob spots, and is now fully complete, leaving me only one thing left to make up here in order to turn my home in the sky into an actual skyblock home. And that's a house.
So to start off with the house, what I want to do is I want to right out here make a little platform to hold it, similar distance and like width to these, but I want right out here a little short walkway, a little very, very short walkway, and then like more of a circular kind of like platform kind of thing that I can put the house on. And then we have to actually go design the house.
So I got to work on making the platform for the house. First by making a short walkway out from the center of my base with the normal fences and torches on it, then making a big circular platform that I plan to design and build a house in the center of. And of course, like the rest of my base, I made sure to put fences and torches on the edges of it to prevent myself from falling into the ocean below. Meaning the house platform is now done.
And there we are. I closed it all off. We have our little circle for our house. Let's extend the rain shield just to over the over this part right here. And then this I'll just have to leave open because I can't really rain shield my house. Maybe afterward again, but I can't really rain shield my house. So there we are. And now I'll fill this in so I have some sort of rain protection when I'm going to my house. I will have to run in the rain in order to get to my house, but not very much if my house is like right here. So this whole area now I have to design and build a house. So let's go on a test world of the same exact stuff as this. So let's go make a copy of this world. And now we'll plan a house.
And plan a house I did. Now warning, I am not in any way a builder. So if you haven't seen me build anything before, brace your eyes and ears because it's real bad. But what I ended up deciding on for the house was an entirely wooden house that gets smaller and smaller every layer that goes up, kind of like a cake. I also decided that I should build it using special Fear Nightfall blocks called vertical slabs. It makes the edges of the house more smooth instead of blocky. So with all that being said, are you ready to see the design I went with? Yeah, I know. It's real bad. This is why if I ever in the future do a 100 days duo video, I 1,000,000% have to do it with a skilled builder. Because my builds look horrible in literally every world I have. But what matters most is that I'm happy with it. Shockingly, I'm happy with it because I really like the tower-like design I went with that gets smaller as I go up.
And up. And up and up until we have a tower all the way to like heaven. And I can just do that. And I don't need to make every layer because I can just have the top floor be flat. And then I can build the layers as I go. That's the plan. That's the idea for the house. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start building on it. Every time I need to add a floor for something, I will. I like the idea that it will just be all wood basically. But I really do like the idea of that. So let's start collecting some more wood.
Because I'm gonna need a lot of wood to build the house. So I harvested all the trees that had grown to use for making the house. Then I started copying the rough design I made into my actual Fear Nightfall world. Planning to make just 2 floors of the house for now. 1 floor for storage, crafting, and smelting whenever I need to, and then a 2nd floor for my bedroom. So I got to work on copying the design into my world, which went smoothly for the 1st floor, but once I started making the 2nd floor, it quickly stopped going smoothly.
The wall here is this for this layer. What? Just opened my door. What? Just went in the house.
The door opened by itself. You guys heard it.
Actually, that makes a lot of sense though, because in my old house, doors would be randomly open whenever I would like go down the mine and come back, and I think it's just part of the game they do that. Unless there really is a monster in my house now. But no, I just think that's the way the game does it. It's like the whole jump scare, Herobrine horror thing. I think it just does that now. Which makes sense, because in my old house, like I said, I noticed that too. That like gates or like the house itself would just be open randomly. So I guess that makes sense. Let's go in. Maybe there's a monster. Hopefully not. Please no, please no, please no. No, I think we're good. It's just part of the horror kind of mechanic thingy.
So knowing the house was safe but maybe haunted, I built up the 2nd floor of the house and made sure to put torches in it. And I also torched up the roof of the house the way nothing spawns on it while I'm doing stuff around my new home. And with that, I had the 2nd floor and roof of the house complete.
So then I have enough rooms, I think. I have this ground floor, which I will put storage, and then I have this one that I will put my bed. For now, let's start filling in furnishing the insides of these places. Now, for furnishing the inside, I just need a lot of chests. We're gonna need some trees.
So I cut down all my trees again, which gave me plenty of wood for all the chests I needed for my storage floor, meaning it was time to build the storage floor. So I placed a bunch of chests on the ground floor against the walls away from the entrance. Then I made sure the 2 side walls had crafting tables along the sides of the chest in case I never needed to craft anything. Then I also made sure the back wall had a bunch of furnaces in between the chests, so I could smelt anything I ever need to from the comfort of my new home. Then the one actual good design choice I made for my house was choosing to put vertical slabs above the chests, crafting tables, and furnaces to make them look like they were built into the wall and part of the house itself. I mean, after removing all the stuff stuff from the center of my base into my house, the first floor is now done, and it was time to furnish my bedroom, which I wanted to be just, well, a bed in a room. Actually, let's put a bed in the middle. That'd be more ominous. These are two, wait, that actually works perfectly. These are 2 block wide for the middle. So the middle will be like right there. That's very ominous. I like that. Just a random bed in the middle of the floor, surrounded by yeah, I like that. We'll do that. Leave that there. So with the bedroom or room with the bed complete, I think it's safe to say my house is also now complete. But with all the time I spent on this house and this skyblock base in general, I had only around half an hour left before I hit the 24-hour mark. And I really didn't have anything left I wanted to do in this world.
So all realistically gonna be doing for this final half an hour is one of the main things I think I should do, and probably the last main big thing I should do up here. I should probably expand this subscriber wall, since it's literally 2 names left, to all the way out here. That way it actually lasts to, well, this video coming up.
So I got to work on expanding the wall by first expanding the platform and the rain shield to the very end of the carrot farm. Then I went and cut down a bunch of trees to use the wood for putting a safety railing around the edges of the new platform and for expanding the wall itself. And speaking of the wall, I ended up building the new parts of the wall just like how I made the wall originally, by first making the bits of wall I wanted torches on top of before filling the entire wall in.
There we are, filled that in fully, and I think we have quite a bit of extra names. With this, I have an extra 114 spots for names, and why is the game froze? What the hell? Regardless, 114. That, considering it's about a fifth, will probably last me until around 1700. Yeah, I got that done.
Meaning I did the last thing I wanted to do and had nothing else really to do. So I decided to spend my last few moments sitting and watching my final night go by, which wasn't something going into Fear Nightfall I ever expected to be able to do, at least without dying. But regardless, I was able to sit peacefully through my final night.
I believe, yep, that's day 24. And with that, we've actually spent 24 hours in Fear Nightfall. It's been a very long journey, and we've come a very, very long way. And I'm pretty happy with what we've done, not only up here, but with this series in general.
Because I started out in this Fear Nightfall world with absolutely nothing, struggling constantly with the horrors and difficulties this mod pack brought my way. I got to a point where I no longer have to deal with the constant horrors of this world, being able to build up a safe home in the sky that I'm actually proud of. However, with that being said, with the 24 hours up, so too is my time on this Fear Nightfall world. Oh yeah, I also will probably do a future Fear Nightfall video that isn't on this world. So if you like this video and somehow watch it this far, consider subscribing, or consider clicking the video on screen to see me spend 300 days in my hardcore skyblock world.